Have you ever wondered what it would take to survive in one of the harshest environments on Earth? Imagine being stranded in the unforgiving Andes Mountains with little hope of rescue, battling freezing temperatures, avalanches, and the daunting prospect of survival cannibalism. This is the gripping true story behind On October 13, 1972, an unforgettable tale of human resilience, teamwork, and faith that will keep you on the edge of your seat. On a fateful day in October 1972, Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 took off, carrying a rugby team and their supporters bound for a match in Santiago, Chile. The flight, filled with excitement and anticipation, quickly turned into a nightmare as the plane crashed into a glacier deep in the Andes Mountains. Out of the 45 passengers on board, 29 managed to survive the initial impact, but their ordeal was far from over. The crash itself was devastating. The survivors found themselves in an isolated, snowy wilderness, miles away from any form of civilization. With limited supplies and no immediate hope of rescue, the group's priority was to find shelter and tend to the injured. The wreckage of the plane provided some refuge from the biting cold, but it was clear that the conditions were dire. As days turned into weeks, the survivors faced an unimaginable dilemma. They had no food and were surrounded by the frozen bodies of their friends and family. This led to one of the most harrowing decisions in the history of survival stories. To stave off starvation, they decided to consume the flesh of those who had died. It was a heart-wrenching choice, but it was the only way to keep living. Despite the grisly circumstances, the survivors didn't descend into chaos or despair. Instead, they leaned on each other, drawing strength from the camaraderie they had built as a rugby team. Their coach's teachings of teamwork and cooperation became crucial to their survival. Spiritual faith also played a significant role, providing comfort and hope in an otherwise hopeless situation. Just when they thought things couldn't get worse, an avalanche struck the wreckage, killing 8 more of the survivors and further reducing their numbers. This new tragedy brought fresh grief and despair, but it also steeled the resolve of those who remained. They realized that waiting passively for rescue was no longer an option. They needed to take action to save themselves. After more than 2 months of enduring the brutal conditions, 2 of the survivors, Nando Pardu and Roberto Canessa, decided to embark on a perilous trek to find help. Armed with little more than hope and determination, they navigated the treacherous mountain terrain. Their journey was fraught with danger, but after 10 days of grueling travel, they stumbled upon a Chilean shepherd. This encounter marked the beginning of the end of their ordeal. The shepherd alerted the authorities, and soon, helicopters were dispatched to rescue the remaining survivors. On December 20th, 1972, more than 2 months after the crash, the world learned of the incredible tale of endurance and survival. The rescue operation brought the remaining survivors to safety, ending their harrowing ordeal. The story of Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 is more than just a survival tale, it's a testament to the strength of the human spirit. The survivors' ability to remain united, their willingness to make unimaginable sacrifices, and their unyielding hope serve as powerful lessons in resilience and determination. In recounting the events of this tragic yet inspiring story, it's impossible not to be moved by the courage and fortitude displayed by the survivors. They faced the worst of nature and the hardest of moral choices, yet they emerged with their humanity intact. Their story reminds us that even in the darkest times, cooperation, faith, and sheer willpower can lead to survival and eventual rescue. Thank you for embarking on this documentary journey with us. We're honored to have shared this in-depth exploration with you. If this documentary has inspired or enlightened you, please show your support by hitting the like button, share, and follow us to get more updates from us. See you in our next documentary adventure. Until next time, stay curious and connected.